welcome guys. This video we gonna talk about high intent versus volume. And fun story, I'm in a D2C performance circle, and maybe you guys are also too. And we had a discussion because somebody like a beginner like currently has like reached 1K, 100K, and want to like scale a new store, and he's kind of struggling with it. And so I suggest him to do more high intent instead of volume. So there was a debate with different people who said high intent is a waste of time, and they're likely more volume. And this video is not about what you should do. It's more about what is the benefits of high intent and what is the benefits of high volume. So let's go into this, like what are the most common things of both of two, and why you think this would be like the makes more decision of you. So let's go for high intent first. So we have high intent here, and I'm a fan of high intent because I know high intent has the most benefit from me and has the most success with me, because I know the benefits are less volume, so less stress, I would say, as a strategist, and also more input and more effort in these ads, right? That's the thing, and also better hit rates. That's the thing I would say. You have like less stress, less volume, so you can put more input and more effort in these ads. Better hit rates, have a higher quality of execution. Have a higher quality of execution. That will be the things I would say. Do like have better things, and also learning curve would be higher, of course. So let's go to the constraints. The constraints would be like, for example, I have a growth client and he's kind of struggling with that, is when you have less batches and want to keep the same quality, then you have to hire new people, a new person who does exactly the same. So that means when you have this, you have to always hire new people, always hiring new people for these less batches, and that's a constraint. And finding a good CS is very hard. Like, it's so hard that I'm the person who can decline everybody, but nobody, like the brands, cannot decline me, like I would say, because the market is so rare with very good CS. So that's the thing about this like the high intent. And also, of course, like there's like less chance, there's like high chance that also the hit rate goes down because you didn't put too much effort in that it really hits. So these are the constraints about high intent. But yeah, let's go to the volume. So what are the benefits of volume? The benefits of volume. Wait, let me make it a little bit more beautiful, like with my freestyle yaps. So, never mind. Fuck it. I don't care. So the benefits of volume is very simple, and is, of course, you could scale harder, like way faster, I would say, because you have different type of diversity. And here diversity in creators. Less effort, more batches. don't take too much time. Or I would say not too much focus. Then the constraints. Lesser hit rates, harder to track, but don't need to, like, what was it here? Don't need to hire too much people. Also, it could fail miserably. Like the same here. So same things. So these are like the high intent. Why I like high intent, and also why it makes sense for volume. Because I know some guys, they don't do any research and just pushing volume, and it works. So, but let's discuss why I think like high intent is, for example, why I like high intent is very easy. High intent is capital efficient. It's not about all ads, okay? It's about budgets. What type, or like how much am I willing to invest in ads and lose it in the front end? Like lose. That's very important. Lose. Because like when you have like volume, it's kind of like harder to track, and also you don't work like very hard, capital efficient, because you have to think. It costs editor, it costs UGC, it costs long ad spend, this and that. So that's why I don't like volume. So, and especially when you're like beginner, or let's say you make 10K to 30K days, okay? It's kind of hard to get data, or let's say like 0K and to 30K. Like I think personally, it's harder to work capital efficient when you don't have that. And I know for a fact, sure, there are like brands like 9 figures, Rosabella, Alevia, Rejuvacare, Goda, V-Shreds, Amabiotics, Pet Labs. There are like more and more brands which could afford like 0.6 ROAS, and they just can't run it up because of MRR. They could run it up, and of course they can just do like volume. They could just do volume, and also what they do, for example, like what these guys are doing is basically like hiring agencies to find them net new creatives, because they have the budget. They are either black hat, let's say black hat, gray hat, subscriptions, MRR, or investor backed. And they can afford these. They can afford this. And it's very hard. And that's why I think it's just for me, like less stress, like less cortisol, doing things high intent. Because I know I put effort in. I know I put an effort in that I can be confident this ad will work. Because I put effort in. because that makes for me the most sense. Wait. So we are back, and so like back to high intention. I know I put effort in, I can be confident this ad will work because I put effort in. And that's the thing. It's about high intent. It's more high is capital efficient, and of course you know what you do, and also that you know what you learn. So you can get actually like better, I would say. So, but now like for volume, what speaks for volume, or like why people do this? Because I know also by people like, for example, Tom. If you know Tom, greetings to you. They don't do research. They just basically do volume and like swiping mostly ads, and breaking them down and change small things on it. Because these ads mostly work already, or like these videos. So you don't have to put much effort in. It's more about having a shotgun and shooting something, and then having a bullet who hits the target. So it's less effort. But also, if you understand what you do, also a very good method to test concepts. But the worst case scenario, or like the worst thing about volume and high intent, like the volume, is it's kind of counterproductive, because you have to understand that it's hard to track ads if you don't have like a system. And also you cannot get like all learnings from it, like the data. And also, if you don't have the high budget to test it, it does not really make sense. So you have to basically choose. You could like put more volume in and swiping mostly ad, and one ad will hit. And like if one ad makes a hit, you could make like high intent after that. Or you can make high intent and have like a winning ad and then put more volume on it. So basically both. So it depends. It depends on the way you want to start. Like, let's say you want to start and you have high capital, you could just do like volume, swiping ads, organic videos, change small things on it, so it aligns with your product and your messaging and to your target audience. Or what you can do is do high intent, learn from it, understand the customer directly. It's of course like more the boring side, and then have still like more margins, or like have less costs, and then you can put more volume in because you can do iterations, because you know already some things work. So there's like nothing, this is the best way, or this is the best way. It's more about what is your strategy, what you're going to choose, what do you think is the best for you. Okay, I hope that video helps. Hope somebody understands something. And if you guys have any questions, just write in the comments and subscribe, and see you guys.